let's do the ice bucket challenge.
Okay, so welcome back.
Bring it back.
Ubisoft conference is going to begin very
know.
soon. Let me turn that down. So this is what I have in store for Ubisoft on my notes here. I got the Square Enix one pretty bad last time, so let's see how this goes. For Ubisoft, I put Division 2 teaser, but we've already seen it at Microsoft, so we'll probably see maybe a tiny bit of that. New Rayman, I'm hoping. Beyond Good and Evil footage. Just Dance 500, we're going to see more dancing. Transference, the VR game, the one with Elijah Wood, they teased it last year, but that was pretty much the last we've heard of it since. The Crew 2, we will get a new trailer along with the release date for the game. It had its beta a few months ago, so we'll be seeing probably that. More info on Skull and Bones. That was the pirate game. They showed a very small teaser of last year, but that was about it. So we'll maybe see something about that. More VR games. They showed last year they were like working with VR and they were going to try and do some stuff. So maybe we'll see more of that to come. And I also put a new Splinter Cell game, possible one. So it looks like
here.
it
Ubisoft
is
live.
starting now.
Thank you for joining us here in the theater.
It should hopefully be a little
and
louder
on
for you
online at
hearing it.
home.
So
we cannot wait
see.
to show you what we have today, and I can promise you it's more interesting than a keychain. Oh. Too soon, maybe? Too soon? I don't know. Up in the balcony, are you guys ready? Yes.
Down on the main floor, you guys are ready.
Let's go, players. All right, everybody. Everybody at home, are you ready?
okay, so
Yes.
let's go.
Yes, we're just gonna assume
Start
that they're
this
ready.
thing up already. Let's get
Well,
it going.
If you're ready for the biggest biggest show in gaming, then let's start the show.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I wonder who's hosting this year. If it's going to be kind of what they did last year, which I'd say worked out pretty well for them. Having that approach of having the developers come on stage was pretty good in the end. So hopefully they do something like that again. That worked. I think having that over like Aisha Tyler, who she did a fine job, but I did like how it was. Like it felt more personal with the devs just coming out. And you got that great speech at the end. So let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna see Mario Rabbids. We're gonna see the DLC for that, so that should be cool. Just Dance. Are they starting out with it now? Just get it out the way. They know. Like we don't want to see Just Dance. Just dance. Just dance in the beginning. Like this panda, I guess, is now just a staple of the Just Dance like thing. Always funny when they do these like dance openings for Just Dance, because it's like you're not playing the game. This is America parody. I'm not feeling it. This is a Pandica. Don't got this Just Panda. So I'll say at least the Just Dance portion of my prediction came true at least. Despite me not feeling this Just Dance part, I will say the production team is pretty on point with these transitions. So I will give them that. Like, they're doing a pretty good job. Shout Shout out to that technical director. He's getting these cuts pretty well. Just Dance 2019, yeah, like this series still makes them a lot of money, so we're going to be seeing a lot of Just Dance games. It's kind of crazy. I was watching the E3 2010 with Nintendo, and when Just Dance 2 got revealed at the Nintendo showing, it got a huge applause. Like people really were hype about Just Dance back then, I think. But it might have been that it was exclusive to the Wii. And I think Just Dance at a certain point was really big on the Wii because there were still Just Dance games for the longest time getting ported to the Wii. I think even when the Wii U came out. So I guess it was worth the trouble of actually porting it over to that system still. It's me, the dancing panda. What's that for harassment, panda? Alright, who's coming out? That guy in the audience is hyped for that panda. See him? Yeah, that guy was feeling that whole performance. The panda's gonna take the mask off. It's gonna be Michael Ansel. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is probably Beyond Good and Evil too.
Cook, do you hear me?
Yep.
The crew is dead drunk in my sick bay after eating your miraculous space chili.
Well, I have no idea what you mean. Our food is healthy, invigorating.
Captain to crew, dead monkey in the crow's
Nest. I repeat, monkey down.
else space chili strikes again.
Copy that, Captain. Hey, Paige, bet we could use your space chili to overclock our engines.
Negativo, mi amor. Only you can melt my circuits.
Keep laughing, fools. The key ingredient to good cooking is love.
Engineering to officers, we are dead in the water. I repeat.
Main engines are cursed. Nox, come in. What have we got on the scanners?
Jack shit. Nada. Hey, wait. I see something. 3 o'clock starboard. It's massive. Like, get back here, Shani. Hold off!
Lock down the bacon. Give me auxiliary engines. Deploy shields and bring up out now. Brace yourselves.
It's the Kessel Run. I'm gonna have to go back and see that trailer. I wanted to. I think I saw something in that picture. I may need to.
Protect us.
I may need to go see that. Oh. Oh, man. Show me some footage of this game. Like, please.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Gabrielle Schrager, narrative director.
And I'm Guillaume Brunier, senior producer.
We are so happy to be back this year to share our progress on our space opera, Beyond Good and Evil 2, a game full of wonder, emotion,
I prefer
danger,
hip-hop
and high-stakes drama.
myself.
Last year, you all saw the enigmatic green-eyed Captain Dakini leading the legendary crew of the Gada on a quest to discover the location and the mystery behind a deep space artifact known as Moksha.
Starting off pretty well, though.
Dakini
So
has
Ubisoft's
since
doing pretty all right so far.
Shani is now captain of the Gada, and she's leading a crew into the deep, unexplored space beyond System 3, when they come face to face with their nemesis.
Fans will have recognized a ferocious young Jade. And Paige is back as the incorrigible chief cook of the Gada. We've got two other officers, Uma, the holistic
A lot of Paige
chief
fans
medic,
in there.
and Callum, our chief engineer. And all of these legendary characters will be playing a major role in our prequel.
Today, we are proud to represent our growing production team in Montpellier, Barcelona, Bordeaux, and Sofia. Thanks, everyone, for making it happen.
So happy. At least this game finally got revealed.
Thank you. Thank you for them.
Remember that for the longest time, this was in like the Half-Life
in
thing of
BG2,
just
you are a space
not being
pirate captain
like being like the
in a
oh, is
distant
Beyond Good and Evil
galaxy
2 coming?
near the end of the 24th century. At this year's E3, we will be showcasing a new behind closed doors demo, offering a first look at our major location, the sacred city of Ganesha. Now, let's take a look at our first pre-alpha gameplay footage.
Okay. I was going to be sad they were just going to end it there and like, yeah, we're not going to see any footage of it, so at least something is fine.
Ganesha is a metropolis filled with sacred temples, beautiful gardens, and bustling shops. But it's also a darker underworld, rife with dirty bars and dangerous back alleys.
Our game is an action-adventure RPG that you can play alone or with your friends in co-op. From the intimate interior of a hidden temple to the very edge of the galaxy, fight on the ground and in space at massively different scales. And all of this seamlessly. What you will be seeing at E3 this year is only a very small part of a much larger open universe.
Zoom in. I want to see this
A
like
universe
up
we are
close. Like
also building with our fans.
there may be a reason why they're doing that, but
With Beyond Good and Evil 2, we want our community to participate.
yeah, there
in
must
way
be a
that's
reason why
never
they
been done
didn't zoom in
before
on that.
through the Space Monkey program. We want our fans and people all over the world to really be a part of creating the game. So today, we are issuing an open invitation for people all over the world to contribute their ideas, music, artworks, and create original content that players will experience as they explore the world of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
And there is literally a universe of ways for artists to express themselves, from giant frescoes to murals, street art, music, radio content, and much more.
To do this, we have partnered with a company at the forefront of community collaboration, Hit Record. And here, to tell us more, is their founder, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Hey, it's the first celebrity at E3 right now. First for the year, at least. That chick's face on the left. She's like, oh, it's him.
I love this theater. So thanks to you guys, thanks Guillaume, and thanks Gabrielle. It's really good to be here. I'm super excited to do this. For those of you who don't know, Hit Record is this thing that I've been making for a long, long time. It's really dear to me. And it's a place where people all over the world work together on short films or music or art, all kinds of projects. This is the first time we're making stuff that's going to go into a video game. So it's a little bit different than other like creative platforms that you can find on the internet, because the point of Hit Record, it isn't just to post and promote stuff that you've made on your own. The point is to collaborate. So, like when we're making music for Beyond Good and Evil 2, it's not just going to be a thing like a contest where people submit songs and then we pick one or two of them and we put them in the game. We're going to be really making the songs together. And the same goes for the visual assets that we'll be creating. So whether you're a writer, a musician, an illustrator, if you're a pro-level artist, or if you're just someone who really cares about Beyond Good and Evil and that world and you love it and you want to be a part of it, there's going to be ways for you to contribute. Our first creative challenges are live. As of like now, someone's at my office pushing the button, like very nervous. You guys are doing great. And yeah, so come to our site, check out the Beyond Good and Evil 2 page at hitrecord.org, and that's it. Go do that shit. Thanks.
Seems okay. Seems like a pretty alright idea. Don't know how it's gonna like work within the game or how certain logistics are gonna work out, but it'll be interesting to see where this gamble goes.
Hit Record's approach to community collaboration is inspiring, and we're incredibly happy to be working with Joseph and his team. And we really can't wait to see what the community creates. So let's do it.
You know, the last game that had a community where you made content. You know what game that was? Mega Man Legends 3. I hope this is the same.
Thanks, everyone.
Like, please let this game get made. Like Mega Man Legends 3. Oh, fans can support. Can come support, make ideas, write, bring up new robot designs, and then look what happened. Oh, beat those mics. We nailed it! That was kind of a funny, at least, E3
everyone?
mistake.
My name is Justin Kruger, community developer.
It looks like we're still going to be getting some Siege stuff.
I'm here today to talk about our community. Our community that
I'm surprised they've been supporting this game for a while now.
The Siege
it
team
seems.
back in Montreal has actually been so inspired by seeing all of the millions.
I
of
feel like this
people
game
playing
came out
that
like
game
3 years
every
ago,
single day.
almost.
Over the past 2.5 years, we've actually absolutely loved seeing our community grow, and I'm excited to announce today that the Rainbow Six Siege community is now 35 million players. Yes, thank you. I wish I could hug every single one of you, but I don't know if my arms are big enough to hug every single one of you. That would take a long time as well. As you can see, as the community grows, so does the game. And as you can see behind me, Team Rainbow has recruited the Italian GIS operators, Maestro and Alibi. Actually, this image represents 10 seasons, 40 operators, and 19 maps that is all free in-game. And if you want to get to know all of these guys a little bit better, you can play Operation Parabellum, which is playable right now. And if you want to see them in action at the top of their game, tune into the Rainbow Six Siege Pro League, kicking off on June 18th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. The world's biggest esport teams will be competing for 6 months of intense Rainbow Six action. And that's just one of the many ways to enjoy competitions for Rainbow Six. The 6th major is just around the corner and will be hosted in Paris this August. Our Pro League finals will then take us to Brazil in November. Yeah, Brazil. And then the 6th Invitational will once again be the pinnacle of Rainbow Six, taking place in Montreal in February 2019. Yeah. So, whether you're a player or just a fan of esports, there
Or if
really
you're
is
a
no
player
better
hater.
time to get into Rainbow Six esports. And with the growth of the game, the community, and the esports teams, we wanted to take a moment to reflect on some of our most influential players. Today, I'm excited to unveil a sneak peek at an upcoming documentary that is focused on a few familiar faces who took their love for Siege to the next level.
I
Without
married
further
the
ado,
game.
Here's the first look
I love
at
Siege so
another
much.
mindset.
I'm in a relationship with the game. I can't go away from it. It's just so good. I mean, who couldn't play this
The
game?
greatest injury to ever happen to me, only because it brought Siege to me.
I've been doing this for what? Since year one, season one, right? And I failed, and then finally we start succeeding. Yeah. So that's what we're
percebi um sorriso, uma lágrima, uma emoção, um riso de umas pessoas que eu nunca vi na minha vida, que eram torcedores da BD.
I didn't even know Rainbow Six had such a big esports like community to this.
Toda a sua emoção dentro do jogo.
I may have to like eventually maybe give it like a watch because I've never seen like a pro level like Rainbow Six game. Another mindset. There's some guy yawning. Oh, that was boring. They gotta watch when they cut these mics on. Someone might screw up and say something they maybe don't want to say. Are we getting another Trials game finally? If so, it makes sense because they just put Trials, the Trials game on PlayStation Plus very recently. If so, I'm all for it. Yep. I'm always down for some more Trials, so this should be pretty cool. I don't know, every time a Trials game gets shown at Ubisoft, they always got the crazy opening that the guys came out the last time in the meat suits. So dumb. Okay, Ubisoft, this conference is pretty good so far. This is my kind of stupid. Except for the dancing panda, like this is gonna hurt.
Trials is all about crashing with style and getting up again. Hello! I'm Antti Ilvasjo, creative director of Trials and also Prime Minister of Finland. Now I'm pleased to
Trials
announce
Rising.
that Trials is back and it's bigger than ever.
Cool. All right, let's see what they got in store for Trials now. I should have knew they were gonna do this because as soon as they put the last one on PlayStation Plus, I should have realized, like, you know, maybe there's a reason they did that. This is also the game that broke my PS4, the rubber on my analog stick. Like, this game, you really need precise movement, and, like, it destroyed my controller. Like, this stuff right here, this is what'll break your controller. That stuff is ridiculous. This is a hard game to master. When's it coming out? Today? Or... We're coming out July 28th.
Sorry about that. Trials Rising takes you around the world to iconic locations. You never ride alone and competition is everywhere. But competition is nothing without the players, and our community has always been pillar of Trials. In Trials Rising, we work with our players more than ever. To explain more, let me introduce Brad Hill, also known as Professor Fat Shady.
You made a mess. Well, thank you, Auntie, and hello, everyone. See, OTHD down the front. I see you. I became a fan of Trials because it's challenging, but so rewarding when you overcome something difficult. But I soon realized that a number of players struggled with the harder levels. So in 2013, I created the University of Trials, a YouTube channel dedicated to mastering Trials writing. Now, before I go on, Ubisoft star players, I want you guys to make some big noise right now.
Wish I had known of this when I was playing the Trials games back then. I probably would have.
Well, 5 years ago, I was a star
Always
player,
finding out
just like
stuff
them.
way too late.
But when Red Links began work on Trials Rising, they approached me to design and create all of the tutorial content within the game. It has been an amazing experience for me, but I wasn't the only one involved. 20 community members, known as the
Oh, I
Trials
see that Mega
Elite,
64 shirt there.
have been involved in the development of this game for the last 2 years. Whether they were track builders, streamers, or speedrunners, each brought something special to help shape this game. Now, if you want to get involved, register online at trialsgame.com for a closed beta happening later this year.
Good.
All right.
That's it.
It's maybe a late 2018 release or 2019.
You don't, we're not going to put a big coming soon up here. I think people are going to want to know the release date.
Yes. You're right. Trials Rising will release on February 2019 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and the
February
first
next
will
year
also
is
be in the Switch.
ridiculous. And I like it's coming to the Switch too. I'm not going to get it for that because this game is so intensive. I don't want to bust my Joy-Cons. But it's cool it's coming to everything. Yeah, February is ridiculous.
Come to our booth and we'll show what Trials is about. Crashing with style and getting up again. Let's get out.
Let's go.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice E3.
That was a cool announcement. Maybe I will get this for the Switch. I might. But it's like I'm scared after how my PS4 went through. I'm scared to give it a try. This is how the game mostly played for me. It's just dying and losing over and over again. Like spending like 40 minutes on one level and then getting a horrible time on it. All right, that's something that I should look forward to in the future then. Okay, I knew they were going to talk about Division 2.
My name is Julian Garrity, and I'm the creative director on Tom Clancy's The Division 2. On Black Friday, a strain of the smallpox virus was released on dollar bills in New York City. The infection and chaos spread across the nation. 7 months later, the virus has mostly burnt itself out, but America is tearing itself apart. Washington, D.C. is at the heart of this battle. Under constant threat from dangerous factions, civilians are trying to rebuild. In their survival lies the seed for the rebirth of society.
Okay, that would. Dude, we got. it's gonna like zoom out and it's gonna be like a desolate, destroyed area. Hey, what do you know? They zoomed out and it panned to a destroyed, desolate area. Alright, I'm pretty good at these predictions. So, you thought The Last Jedi was good, huh? Well, this is what you get, buddy. I will say I do like this this like kind of one single shot trailer. The executions on this is pretty nice. This is the greatest airplane ever made. We're gonna get a lot of bogeys on our 6. The Division 2. That was a good trailer.
You are the last line of defense for those civilians and for the country. If you fail, history will be written by tyrants. If you succeed, history will remember the few brave heroes who fought to save a dying nation. This setting lays the groundwork for a compelling story-based campaign in which your actions have a clear impact on the lives of civilians. In the Division 2, Washington, D.C. must prepare for the greatest threat it has ever encountered. To face it, you and your fellow agents will need to bring your equipment and tactical abilities to the next level.
And voice chat.
Once agents reach the end of the main campaign, it's time to select a new progression path by picking a specialization. It starts with the choice of a signature weapon, powerful and unique weapons that complement the rest of your equipment. As you progress with your specializations, you will not only grow in power, but also unlock additional tools and abilities, including exclusive versions of skills. Specializations enable you to truly complete your own personal playstyle, but also to synergize with other players and take team play even further. Speaking of teamwork,
sorry if this is a little
I'm
low.
excited
I'll turn this
to
up.
announce that for the first time, 8 players will be able to partner up to face the ultimate endgame challenge. Raids are coming to the Division 2.
A pretty cool announcement.
We learned a lot. We learned a lot from working on the first game. And with the Division 2, we're launching with plans for years of frequent major content updates. Today, we're ready to outline our plans for year 1. We will be launching 3 DLCs in the form of episodes. Each one will bring new story, new areas to explore, and new activities. And the best part?
Free.
All of these episodes will be completely free for
Good.
everyone.
Good. They're learning. Like, this is the stuff that's going to keep me in a game longer. When you're having to buy like 20 season
Where's my
passes,
Division team?
It ends up getting hard.
Stay tuned after the Ubisoft conference for an exclusive 30-minute deep dive into our playable E3 demo during our post-show. As you can see, they're getting ready right now, and they'll be playing right after the conference is done. Until then, remember, this is history's defining moment. Hope for the future lies in you.
History's defining
agents
moment.
Of the Division.
Nah.
Thank you.
IHOP going to IHOB was a history defining moment. Nah, pancakes. Nope. Burgers. That's what we should go into. Brevity is. All right, finally a game coming out in March. Everything's coming out in February, it seems. We're good at least to see some games coming out at a pretty decent time. All right, here's the DLC. This I'm actually really excited to play. It should be the Donkey v Mario Rabbids Donkey Kong DLC. People bring it on the stage.
Hi, I'm Xavier Manzanares, lead producer. And it's an honor to be back here 1 year after we announced for the first time and released the game.
Yep.
It was incredible.
That was a good game.
So, as a
that
team,
was the first time I got to
thank
my
all of
Switch.
you for the support.
Mario
and all the
Rabbids
feedback
was
we received.
actually a pretty
Thank
legit
you.
game. And they're about to play some Donkey Kong music. I'm all for it.
So we also started a year ago to work on a brand new adventure and with a brand new hero as well, one that we cherish and we love, Donkey Kong. So for today, we wanted to celebrate the upcoming release of the Donkey Kong adventure, and what better with music than with Grant Kirkhope, our composer,
yes,
and the band Critical Hits. So please enjoy.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
ready. The man, the legend, one of the greatest composers out there. This man can do no wrong.
Changed your entrance, so my
Changes
apologies.
every day. Every second you change.
Ah, someone needs to turn these mics off. All right, I'm turning this up. I'm not gonna speak at all. This is going up as loud as it can go. Sorry. Nice. That's cool. That's a cool little performance. That DK64 part made me crack up though. Like we'll never escape it. Good on you, Grant Kirkhope, getting your light in the stage. This man composed Banjo-Kazooie. You can't go wrong. Oh, that remix is so good. These have to get people like, hey, we got DKI on this. We're set. That was a cool part of the conference. June 26th, pretty soon. Be on the lookout for that. Pirates. This must be Skull and Bones then. Or Assassin's Creed.
Those who kneeled were now at the gates of hell. They were killing us off, burning our seas from shore to shore.
Long live piracy.
We thought there was no way the Empire could win this game. As fate would have it, the tide turned in our favor again. A new wind was at our backs, blowing us straight to heaven. In our new Eden, there was only one rule. First come, first serve. It was dog eat dog. We became kings, queens, lords, and masters of our own new worlds. Fortunes poured down on us. They had their empire.
We had
Now it was
ours.
our turn. Enemies became friends. Friends became enemies. The best didn't trust anybody. The philosophy of the day was more and more. We were alone at the top of the food chain. Well, we thought we were. In a dog-eat-dog world, we were wolves. And wolves hunt in packs.
Yep, Skull and Bones. Pretty interesting trailer for that. Is it gonna be the Sea of Thieves killer that like brings out like
Of Skull and
the
Bones,
kind of
there are
cool
soulless empires.
pirate
There are
game?
greedy trading companies, and of course, ruthless pirate
They got to
gangs
go all in
sailing
on the
seas.
pirate stuff though.
But there are no heroes. Hello, my name is Justin Farron, Creative Director at Ubisoft Singapore. And for the past year, my team and I have been anxiously awaiting this moment to invite you, our fans, to join the hunt here at E3 2018.
Okay, so we're probably gonna see some footage of this
Piracy
finally.
is dead in the Caribbean. The empires crushing all those who oppose them. So your next big score? The Indian Ocean, home to the richest trade routes in the world, where merchant ships carry cargo worth over $10 billion a year. And you're gonna steal every last fucking coin.
Yeah, he swore.
First, you need a target. You pick up intel on a heavily guarded frigate, fat with African diamonds meant for the Grand Mogul of India. That treasure will help you claw your way to the top, to become the pirate that no empire can take down. Second, you must know your hunting ground. Our reactive and evolving world is reflected in what we call fortunes, presented to you by Taljeed, the fortune teller. Now, fortunes reveal changes in factions, weather, and the trade routes themselves. Today, Taljeed reveals favorable winds. That means more merchants to rob, but also more competition. And now I'm proud to share with you the essence of Skull and Bones, a shared world where every player encounter matters. Will you fight or will you ally? This is what we call the hunting grounds. All right, pirates, let's head to the hideout and have a great E3.
Okay, so we're gonna get some footage of this.
The convoy starts here, in your hideout, deep within the Chagos Islands. This hidden pirate den provides everything you need for your next strike. From your shipyard, you choose the Black Horn for the upcoming battle. The strong winds will boost its speed, giving its battering ram a devastating punch.
So, what's it gonna be?
Next, choose the right crew and gear for the mission ahead. Demi cannons are slow loading, but deadly at short range. Rockets are blazing fast and deal powerful damage from every angle. With everything loaded, let's head out. The winds are strong and the day is clear. That means more merchants to rob. but also more rival pirates out looking for a quick score. According to your intel, the convoy is sailing past a Portuguese fort, taking advantage of the strong winds.
There she is, with our loot!
That fort is too strong to simply sail past. Its cannons can blast you out of the water. You need to find a way to sneak by before the convoy slips away.
Exciting, Captain!
Fortunately, deception is another tool in the pirates' arsenal.
Let's fool these blackguards.
Disguised
This
as
is
a
full on.
Portuguese merchant, you tried to
Like
creep
we
past the fort.
liked the Assassin's Creed pirate section, so we made a whole game dedicated to it. Which I might be on board, because I did like that stuff when they did do it in Assassin's Creed. And it seems like they're going really in depth with this.
This island provides perfect cover for a surprise attack.
Like it's gonna have like a strategy approach to it.
Plus the optimal course for an intercept.
There's different ways you can
for
tackle
speed.
these
You
missions.
want to catch your victim off guard.
So it seems kind of alright.
Captain, there she is!
Fire as she bangs!
Ship's ready to be boarded.
Show no mercy!
What was theirs is now ours! Captain, we've got what we need! Let's get out of here!
See, they're gonna show what happens after all this, unless the game is entirely just this.
Warship sighted! Portuguese
Like you're gonna be able to take your gold to buy new parts for your ship, or
alerted a powerful
do
Portuguese
like go
warship.
on islands and storage for like treasure.
At the helm is a Commodore, too tough to handle on your own. Even worse, you could lose your loot. You need help, and you need it fast.
That one's with us!
Other captains have answered your call. 4 against 1 should even the odds. Your side forms a tight squadron using a coordinated battle plan. The enemy strikes first. The first ship goes down, breaking your formation. The Commodore turns his cannons on you. You brace for fire, absorbing the first blow.
A lot of stuff to
Allies
this.
maneuver for position. The Royal Fortune acts as a tank, drawing the Commodore's fire. It unleashes its special ability, Siege Mode. Once anchored, it can fire its cannons without limits. The Jaeger slips into position with its powerful cannon. Its special ability delivers 8 shots in a single blast, increasing the odds for a critical hit. The Royal Fortune can't hold out much longer. It's up to you to land the killing blow. The battle is won. But the glitter of gold can turn new allies into deadly enemies. For there is no honor among thieves.
Yep. This fall is way too stacked, so that there's no point releasing games like this. Okay, this is probably this is transference.
You're completely safe.
Transferring. Okay, Ubisoft might take the cake for the celebrities
Though
like
we're known
coming
for our
in for
film
this
content,
conference.
we're also avid gamers, and the opportunity to partner with Ubisoft was something we had to be a part of.
And my name is Benoit Richer, Game Director on Transference. Together, we combine the storytelling techniques of film with the interactivity of video games, enabling us to create this unique, deeply immersive world with a dark and unsettling narrative.
Have you ever dreamed of entering someone else's consciousness, exploring their darkest thoughts and most intimate secrets? In Transference,
How did you know, Elijah? How did
with
you?
Transference, we're
how did
bringing
you know?
No. With Transference, we're bringing a first-person exploration game into a chilling new dimension.
To escape, you must go hands-on to search for clues, solve puzzles while shifting between the perspectives of each family member, and attempt to piece together the mystery.
This fall, in VR and on traditional platforms, we welcome you to uncover the secrets hiding in this mind-bending psychological thriller that will leave you with haunting memories long after you put down the controller. This is Transference.
So traditional console. So it looks like the VR mode might be an added thing to it.
Where's Mom? You're gonna see her real soon, okay? Just hold still.
Don't believe his lies.
Okay, are you comfortable? I know this rig's a bit cumbersome, but that's always the way with these new prototypes, huh? And all you have to do is just be. I know things haven't been so great lately, okay? I do. I've been a lousy father, huh? I'm unable. Lousy husband, too.
You should go to sleep.
You've seen how rotten that's gotten, huh? But all that is gonna change. We're all gonna be together. All of our hard work, reverse the process. All of our sacrifices, that's my gift to you. Us.
Help me! Help me! Please!
Dad, why are you doing this?
I love you, son. I love you with all of my heart.
Fall 2018. Okay. Liking from the concept. So I don't know if I'll play it in VR. Looks like it's gonna get crazy at some spots.
I have waited so long for this.
Is this that like one space game they're talking about, where you scan the ships in?
Worlds of Atlas to the harvest.
What are we waiting for? Let's get out there.
Go show them what Starlink can do.
Yeah. Kind of forgot about this game a little bit.
The Legion is growing. There aren't enough of us. We need to find help from every planet in Atlas.
The more of us there are, the stronger each of us is.
Exactly.
Feed my legion.
Drax isn't going to stop until we end this.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna stick the ship on the controller.
I will finish this.
You already know they're gonna charge an arm and a leg for these parts for this ship. Oh, you want that gun attachment? That's an extra $15 in our pack.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Laurent Melville, Creative Director on Starlink Battle for Atlas. Last year, revealed our modular starship innovation to the world and showed you how players could reconfigure it instantly to adapt to any challenge. This year, we're excited to show you what the depth of the open world that we've built and put the game directly into your hands. We're going to take you on a journey 400 light years away from Earth to the Atlas star system. Discover exotic planets, meet fascinating local factions, and forge your alliance. Upgrade your pilots, starships, and gear, and unleash devastating combos to save Atlas from the relentless Forgotten Legion. The mission will not be easy. Atlas is a dangerous place, and our heroes will need all the help they can get.
Okay, I guess they're gonna give a quick gameplay demo of this in action.
Could use a little help here.
Should be all right. I'm still not on board with the putting the ship on the controller,
Can you hear
but
me?
let's see.
Let's rock and roll, boys.
Damn it, I have to buy this game now. Damn it. Damn it. I had to get this. That's pretty dope. That's a pretty cool reveal right there.
Hello everyone. It is an honor to welcome Star Fox in Starlink, Battle for Atlas.
Like, we knew you weren't gonna get this game before. Put some Star Fox characters in there. You're gonna get it.
Ever since I started working on Starlink, I wanted to invite
You know what?
Fox
They're
and his
right,
crew
'cause I'm gonna get it
into the
now.
game. And Star Fox on Super Nintendo was the first 3D game I've ever played, and I'll never forget that.
Great game.
And so for me, this moment is a dream come true.
And this dream was only made possible thanks to our long relationship with Nintendo. We can't wait to play Fox on the Nintendo Switch. I would like to give a special thanks to a dear friend with us in the audience today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Miyamoto.
Hey. Always a pleasure to see this man at E3.
Hello, how are you?
Someone clap at home. I will clap again. Legend.
So I know you were coming today, so I came with a gift. You know, it's the first prototype of the vessel that we such so.
Damn it, now I have to buy that.
Super. So thank you very much. So it is actually a vessel that has been created by the team, and they would be so happy to see you backstage. So let's go and join them. Thank you.
Miyamoto, no! He drops it. That was a cool announcement for that. It's like,
Thank
you know
you,
what?
Mr.
Now
Miyamoto.
I have
And
to
thank
play
you, Yves.
Starlink.
For everyone at E3, please be sure to come by the Ubisoft booth where we'll have a full hands-on demo.
Get
for you
those
to
other
try.
3 guys on the left
For
out. Just
everyone
make it
else,
Star
Starlink
Fox.
will launch on all consoles on October 16th with Star Fox as an exclusive Nintendo Switch experience.
Oh, so you mean the game's only coming out on the Switch then, is what you mean.
Thank you.
This is probably my most snide remark I made is E3 so
Thank you
far.
so much. Check out starlinkgame.com to pre-order the game right after the conference. Thank you so much for being here today, and have a great E3.
That announcement came out of nowhere. I went from like maybe 10 to like 70 in that announcement. Oh, is this for again some expansion, or is this like a brand new game for Honor? You know what? Bring that guy back out though. The dude who always comes out for the dude with the beards.
Streamers,
It'll do.
cosplayers, artists, tournament organizers, and all of our players, you are For Honor.
I didn't even know there was tournaments like for Honor at all.
I'm Roman
I'm learning a
Campos
lot
Oyoa,
about some esports
creative
stuff
director.
today.
Whether it be upgraded stability with the dedicated servers, release of heroes, constant balancing, and new training tools, we would not be here without your passion and commitment. You've helped us enrich the experience. Thank you. But actions speak louder than words, right? In celebration of E3, we are inviting new players to join. So, if you haven't played For Honor yet, now is your chance. Starting today and until next Monday, we are giving away the PC Starter Edition on Uplay. Download it this week on PC, and it's yours for free. So come, join the fight with us. But that's not all. Because building on everything that we've learned, we are now ready to expand our world.
Ubisoft.
Fire is burning, casting a shadow. People are watching, waiting for the fall. Tell them something is coming. There's blood in the water. Give them a warning. Let it all come crashing down. Burn the castle to the ground. Hang their lives, no disguise. It's our time. Let it all come
All right, they're getting some. They're gonna have some cool combat stuff then. Give me those Dynasty Warrior characters really, man.
After the great cataclysm that brought knights, Vikings, and samurai to fight, civil war consumed China. Warriors of the Wulin factions fought each other but failed to establish order. Amid the chaos, 4 warriors of the Wulin now march west. With a new faction, 4 new fighters, visual enhancements, and single-player content yet to be revealed, the Marching Fire update is our biggest and most ambitious addition so far. But this update would not be complete without answering a huge request from our community. A new 4v4 multiplayer mode fulfilling the classic medieval fantasy. You know what it is? The Castle
Deadliest
Siege.
Warrior.
So please, allow me to introduce you to this new mode.
Battle Royale.
Breach.
Never played too much of For Honor, so I don't really have too much to say on this. It seems fine. I feel like it'll be a pretty decent update. They call me Absolute Unit. October 16th. It's the Crew 2. I didn't really know it's the Crew 2.
Hi everyone, I'm Delphine Dosset, brand director on The Crew 2. In just a few days, freedom will be yours. Freedom to get your hands on your dream car, bike, boat, or plane and unleash your passion for motorsports all across the United States. The Crew 2 releases on June 29th, and we are very happy to announce that the open beta will be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on June 21st. But there's more.
Open
you can
beta
preload
that
the open
soon?
beta right now, so you'll be ready to hit the road as soon as it starts. From all of us at Ivory Tower, welcome to The Crew 2.
Oh, that mic's got a lot of there's a lot of breathing into the mic. Kind of crazy. There's an open beta like so many days before. Like usually those betas are like months before to like stress test the servers and see what they need to fix. Usually when they make betas like 2 days before the game comes out, it's always probably more to maybe get some excitement into the game. But like at that point, what can they really like change? It's so soon. Crew 2 open beta. I may give it a shot.
How can a child save us all? If he's
This must be
sentenced to
Assassin's
die?
Creed.
Tell me, Nikolaos. Tell me before you let our son go.
The gods
Where
have
we
abandoned
begin
me.
does not define who we will become.
Sorry about that.
Before you, I see a path. Built by friendship and family, love and loss, war and bloodshed.
You were sent by the gods to protect this world.
What?
Carry the blade of Leonidas. Act like it. As you write your odyssey across the mountains and the seas, remember, the fate of Greece journeys with you.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Mario did it better.
We are back to doing yearly Assassin's Creed games.
Thank you, thank you. I'm Jonathan
Our most
Small,
ambitious
creative
game
director
to
of
date.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is more than just an adventure. It truly is a role-playing journey. You will explore, on land and sea, one of the most iconic and influential settings in human history, ancient Greece. The golden age of Athens saw the rise of democracy, modern medicine, revolutionary art, and Western philosophy. But it was also a time of war. A devastating conflict between Sparta and Athens, the Peloponnesian War, divided the Greek world and changed the course of history. In this world of contrast and opportunity, this land shaped by the gods rages a battle between order and chaos. This is where your adventure begins. You, a simple mercenary, an outcast, to take on an incredible quest to save your loved ones and become the legendary Greek hero Greece desperately needs. Our teams in Quebec and from around the world have spent the last 3 years putting all their energy, passion, and dedication into this project. We have
Like I said,
continued
just
to
been working
transform
on
Assassin's Creed
games
into an epic
in a while, just in the
RPG
back burner.
experience. An RPG in which you will not just play an Odyssey, but your Odyssey, shaped by your actions and choices. And the first choice you'll make at the start of the game is to choose your character. Alexios or Cassandra?
I haven't played Assassin's Creed in a while. What is
And you
Animus
play that
even still
character
in
for
this
the entire
game?
game.
Like,
You share the bloodline of a legendary Spartan hero and
it's
bear
been,
his
it's been
mysterious
a long
weapon.
time.
Your turn.
Leonidas' spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but You're ready. Think of Leonidas. He had great courage, and he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed.
The broken spear of Leonidas gives you access to powerful range, combat, and stealth abilities that you can unleash on your enemies. And for the first time, we have deeply changed the way we tell stories in Assassin's Creed. You can now truly interact with history like never before.
Perhaps when I was thinner, both in weight and philosophy. So, tell me, were you able to resolve the situation without bloodshed?
The rebel had guards. I relieved them.
Interesting. You thought the life of a thief and a murderer was worth more than that of soldiers doing their duty.
I wasn't even thinking about him, to be honest.
And what of the rebel?
He should be halfway to Mykonos by now.
Oh, really? You let that lunatic run loose? Are you sure that was wise?
I'm not sure approaching you was wise.
Our choices are like ripples on water. They seem tiny and insignificant at the beginning, but they can become devastating tidal waves by the time they run their course.
Over the next few days, you can experience this for yourself here at E3 in our playable demo. And for you at home, here's a full gameplay sequence of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Thank you, have a great E3.
Okay. So far, I'm kind of liking like some of the story stuff, and some things they're changing to this one. Like I think having the location be like Greek, like in Greece, like it's gonna be interesting what they're gonna do with the story. So I might give this one a try. Maybe this will be the Assassin's Creed game that I go back into, because it's Assassin's Creed 4 was the last one I played in the series.
Such a beautiful island.
Ah, Mykonos Island, built from the corpses of giants slain by the legendary Iraklis.
Read me the note again.
Eagle-bearing Mystios, that's you. We are a small but fierce group of rebels who'd pay you handsomely to help us overthrow our Athenian oppressors. A warrior named Diocles fights with them. None who face him survive. Please, Mystios, our people are dying. Signed, Kira.
His face doesn't, like, seems like it almost doesn't match like the tone of the voice.
What did your informant tell you?
I'm sure they probably use like a certain system
Word has
for like
already
this stuff.
spread of you
Matches,
sinking those ships.
like the
There's
syllables.
a price on your head.
Whew, that didn't take long.
There's also word of Spartans landing on Mykonos.
So, I'm here to find Kira, who wants me to kill Diocles.
An Athenian ally.
Who's at war with Sparta.
And don't forget the bounty.
Business as usual, then.
Gods protect you, Cassandra.
Thanks, Varnavas. But they'll be too busy protecting Diocles from me.
We've been spotted. Go! I'll handle this.
Fight them for all you're worth! can't be good.
The mighty eagle bearer. I'll be rich when you're dead.
You're chasing your own death, mercenary.
You won't escape me.
You want my head? Come and take it.
I completely forgot that they changed like how the way the combat works in that last one.
You can't defeat me.
I was thinking, wait a second, what is this? This combat, and I realized, oh yeah, I forgot they changed it. Level 19.
You really should have left me alone.
Oh, it's got a Destiny type controller, like movement thing. I kind of would just prefer the UI be you move the D-pad and then it goes to the next one. I always feel the pointers on those type of menus are way too slow, like to get that feel of like a mouse. Like if you can speed it up a tiny hair, then I might be onto it.
Varnavas was right. Spartans have made themselves right at home. I'm looking for Kira.
What do you want with her?
The mercenary who bears the eagle of Zeus. You got my message.
It said something about paying me handsomely.
Mercenaries.
Athenians have enslaved our people for too long. Help us free Mykonos from their grasp, and you'll have more drachmi than you can carry.
I'm here to kill Diocles, not go to war.
Which is why I sent word of our rebellion to you and Sparta.
My men are ferocious in a ground assault, but we're outnumbered.
And Diocles fights with the fury of Ares.
Join us in battle. If you're half the warrior Kira says you are, we'll grind these Athenians into dust.
Grind them into dust.
All right, Spartan. I'll fight with you. But Diocles is mine.
To battle then.
There's a war going on that beach. Okay, this is cool. Gotta hit him there. Why? Assassin's Creed Odyssey Odyssey. November? Oh. October 5th. You know, October 6th is a better day, but I'll take October 5th. I said that looked like that was the show then. I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of digging at Assassin's Creed. Like, I never thought I would say it.
Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us. And thanks to everyone watching from home. To our teams, it's an honor to work with some of the best in the world. Congratulations on a great show.
There's a lot of developers on stage this show. Dang. Okay, they weren't that many, but...
Good. I am an optimistic guy, and I am particularly excited about the future of technology and the positive role games will play in shaping our society. To create these games, we need to work even more openly
Sorry
with
about
you,
that.
the gamers. Because we know when we do that together, everything gets better. So have a great E3. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
So that was the Ubisoft showing. It kind of sucks. I was going to do a little joke there because when I saw the... when I saw them all on the stage, I was like, man, they about to pull an SNL and like have that little sax solo come out. Everyone's just clapping, just looking around. So yeah, the Ubisoft showing, they did a pretty good job. You know, fairly decent. I liked some of the stuff they showed. They pretty much kind of kept with what they talked about last E3, kind of further elaborated on certain things. The opening, seeing Beyond Good and Evil 2, at least seeing a tiny bit more. We still don't really know too much. Like the trailer was cool. Seeing Jade was cool. What I couldn't really get a good sense of the gameplay. So it seems like they're really trying to keep it for behind closed doors, and that it's not in like a state that's ready to be seen, like blown up. But that was cool. I think probably my favorite announcement from the show, I liked the new Trials game. It's cool to see, like, I think it's Trials Frenzy was the name. I need to actually write down these names for this stuff, but the new Trials game looks cool. I'm excited for the Mario Rabbids Donkey Kong DLC. I think Transference, I'm kind of liking a little bit of that. Like, it might be a cool, interesting little story, and I think with VR it might be an added bonus to it. Starlink, I did not have any kind of like I thought the concept seems okay, but I wasn't too big on like the story. But you know, now that you know there's Star Fox, I can play as Fox McCloud. I might have to give this game a try. The power of one Nintendo character is like going from, you know, this game seems okay to, you know what, I may give this game a try. And I think the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey seems kind of alright. I'm liking some of the changes they're doing to it. I think the change to have like the male-female, that's definitely a big change in the series. The question I have is whether it's going to be the same story just now with the Switch, or they're going to be their own self-contained stories since they're both two entirely different characters. That they didn't elaborate on. We might learn about that later on at some point. But yeah, overall, pretty decent showing. About right now, it's probably under the level of a high C, low B. Like good showing, nothing too bad. Actually, I forgot Skull and Bones, but I'll talk about that more in the recap video. But yeah, pretty decent showing. Ubisoft did a fine job, but Ubisoft in the past few years have been doing pretty good, and I like that they went back in the direction of how they did their last conference, where it's more now the devs come out and talk about the games. Like, you don't really have the host, and kind of going back to how they used to do it. I kind of like this approach, and I kind of like at the end too. Now all the devs come out on stage, and it's cool. I like this presentation. It's good. So yeah, fairly good job. So that's about it for Ubisoft. I'm going to go to the recap now, and then the next reaction, we've got Sony. We've got another big conference. I don't know what Sony's got in store, but I am very excited to watch. So I will see See you then.